Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Prabodh Satyal, working as Chief Scientific Officer for Aromatic Plant Research Center. I've been involved on essential oil research since 10 years, and today I'm going to talk about my past experience on essential oil analysis, what I have seen. Unfortunately, as the demand for essential oils has increased, the incentives for dishonest people to cut corner with inferior product has also increased. When consumers use these inferior products, their perception of essential oils and their efficacy suffers. Before doTERRA, there was no industry standard on essential oils. I have been researching essential oil adulteration since more than 10 years. Today I will share my data and experiences. I hope you will like this. Before going through this presentation, I would like to define adulteration. Adulteration can be defined as a process by which quality or nature of a given oil is reduced through addition of a foreign or inferior substances. Like for example, orange oil, yuzu, and grapefruit oils are 99% similar oils with each other, but they have a huge price difference, 20 to 100 times, and they are easy to mix as well. Certainly there is a huge aroma difference between yuzu, orange, and grapefruit oils. Mixing of lavandin in lavender, a mixing of geranium in rose oils, etc. How many types of essential oils are available in market? On the daily basis, I analyze several companies' oils and found following types of oils. Pure and natural essential oils are one of the most expensive commodities. The price of commercial essential oil, such as agarwood, can cost more than $50,000 per kg. So to make higher profit, people all the time try to develop some advanced method on adulteration so that they can make more profit. There are basically 5 types of essential oils sold as 100% pure, natural, organic essential oils. They are aroma enhanced essential oil. Some synthetic fragrance compounds are added in essential oil. Cheap essential oil, mislabeled essential oil. Bitter orange oil is sold as grapefruit oils. Lavandin is sold as lavender. Corn mint is sold as peppermint. Synthetically derived essential oil. Natural compounds are not only found in plant, they can come from chemical processes too. Some oils were found to contain added nature identical synthetic molecule. Some companies' oils had heavier percentages of the carrier oil. On my market survey, I have found in average more than 80% of commercially sold essential oils are adulterated by any means. Adulteration can happen in all possible points. Some distiller starts distilling essential oils with the spray of aroma chemicals so that they can increase the oil yield percentages. Some do also add carrier oils in the production site, but this type of adulteration happens in minimum quantity. The price of essential oil remains same even though it comes from a long chain of broker. So what is stabilizing the price? You will get the same price as the production price. It's adulteration. And that's the magic of stabilizing the price. So lesser the traders, more the chance your oils to be pure. Least likely happens with retailer labor to make more profit. They were already cheated by their supplier because they are buying oils in cheaper price. Till now I have analyzed more than 50,000 essential oil samples from various countries, producers, distillers, and retailers. Here is a summary of few data from my past analysis. Those data are obtained from the sellers claiming their oils to be 100% pure and natural essential oil. I have not covered all the analysis. Data points may not be sufficient for some countries. However, data are not encouraging to me. I carried out lavender essential oil adulteration several times back in 2017, 19, and 21. All three times carried market surveys showed me more than 80% commercially sold lavender oil is adulterated. You can find those in published articles. We also did more than 15 popular brand of essential oil from Europe market. They also had high quantities of adulteration. Pure essentials are way expensive since they are produced in low quantities with expensive herb material. If you are hunting for cheaper essential oil, you may get screwed in adulterated essential oil. People like to smell synthetic fragrances. Understanding human psychology, adulterated manipulate aroma by blending with fragrant chemicals. There is no strict regulation by government body on federal level. Adulteration detection is not easy. It needs lots of expertise and experience. Essential oil being a natural product, chemistry keeps changing on to deliver consistency to the customer. Sometimes adulteration has to happen, but most of the adulteration happens for economic motive. In market, most of the sellers claim their oils by GCMS tested 100% pure and natural essential oil, so and so on. Sometimes they try to sell cheaper essential oil in the name of expensive essential oil, such as Boswellia serrata is sold as frankincense. Boswellia serrata is an Indian frankincense and has low price. Yes, it is also frankincense, but they don't clearly mention the botanical name in the bottle. Cinnamon oil for cassia. Since they say the same genus cinnamomum and their name is misutilized to take advantages. Cinnamon bark is way expensive over leaf. They do not clearly mention in the label plant parts. Once I bought cinnamon oil considering bark, it turned out to be leaf. Chemistry and therapeutic efficacies of bark versus leaf is way different. Another example is clove bud oil is way expensive than leaf and stem. So do not fall on clove word. Before buying oil, try to understand which plant part was used to make the oil. It makes a lot of sense in benefits too. Like spike lavender, lavandin are also sold as lavender. But the true lavender is Lavandula angustifolia, which is way different therapeutic quality over them. Similarly, peppermint, cone mint, spearmint, they are not only mint. So cheaper mint is sold as expensive by not mentioning exact botanical name. Rose geranium oil is not rose oil. Kananga is sold as ylang oil because they say the same botanical name and they are differentiated by their subspecies only. There are several label traps, so every time when you buy oil, make sure you are buying right oils of right botanical name, correct plant part used, know the distillation process, country of origin, and check the GCMS reports. And I am showing you some market example. I bought a sandalwood essential oil from a 4.5, close to 5 rated best sellers in Amazon with more than 63,000 reviews, and found that it was completely fake sandalwood essential oil. $20 per bottle of sandalwood, which is kind of impossible. They claim their product to be 100% pure and natural essential oil. However, the oil's aroma was like a sandalwood aroma. You can be easily duped if you are not experienced. The aroma of sandalwood was caused by synthetic sandalwood fragrances. They are way cheaper than true sandalwood. There were no sandalwood components present in this sandalwood essential oil. You can see the GCMS report. So rating and claims are not always reliable tools for quality assessment. Have you ever heard blueberry essential oil? Have you ever used? There is nothing like blueberry essential oil in this universe. When I saw this in Amazon, I ordered and tested. It seems to be synthetic fragrances only. But it was claimed to be 100% pure organic plant essential oil, as you see in the picture. Fraudulent products, innocent consumers have been ripped off. No one is taking responsibility for this dishonesty. Nowadays, essential oil is available almost in every store, and surprises me how can they do quality control. QC is the toughest part of essential oil trade. I have sample collection hobby for testing adulteration technique. Supermarket essential oil samples are more than 80% adulterated as with online. And here is one bergamot sample I bought in Whole Food store. And probably you know bergamot essential oil is sold more than 12 times of actual production. Since bergamot farming is done just for essential oil production, not much use of juices or byproducts like with the other citrus product. And bergamot is kind of king of the essential oil because it has properties of lavender, lemon, lime, grapefruit, all other different citrus oil. I consider this might be one of the best oil and is in high demand. On analyzing bergamot oil from Whole Food store, some questions came up in my mind. You can see the GCMS report, and you can see it was passing ISO standard, and it will pass chirality test and even C14 testing. On the GCMS test, you can see yellow highlighted components such as plenyl acetate A, B, C, and D, and linalool oxide acetate cis transfuranoid. Those are considered synthetic marker of linalool acetate in bergamot essential oil. And that clearly indicates linalool acetate has been boosted on this bergamot sample. This is one of the example of smart adulteration. Ordinary lab and chemist will fail on identifying this type of sophisticated adulteration. There are several natural claimed cosmetic products out there in market, and I tested them too. None of them were kind of more than 95% of them are not natural, pure as was mentioned in the label. They use synthetic harmful fragrances. It can cause adverse effect rather any beneficial effect when you use product like this. Customer awareness is the most effective way to reject harmful synthetic fragrances. These are samples I analyzed from India market. None of them were pure, absolutely fake, nothing closer even to the real oils chemistry. I'm surprised. Where is ethics? To understand uses, chemistry, and safety, we can follow those books. They are very useful books. Another market survey I did on birds essential oil. Out of all those analyzed birds oil, none of them were true birds essential oil, and we are publishing paper on this. 70% of those oils were synthetic, and rest of them were wintergreen or wintergreen mixed with synthetic methyl salicylate. Conclusion of this market research was there is no so-called birds oil exist in the market. Most of the adulteration is motivated for financial gain. It has some serious consequences. Toxicity. Essential oil is used in aromatherapy. Sometimes adulterated oils contain toxic chemical that can have adverse effect on human health. Unfair competition. The price difference of synthetic oil and natural oil production huge. Being the lack of awareness, people are comparing the price of natural and synthetic and attracted towards synthetic oil because they smell great. Likewise, there is unfair competition brought up by adulterated oil, and it will impact on communities' economy. Several poor farmers and their economies are dependent upon production of pure and natural essential oil. If they have to drop their essential oil price to match with synthetic market, they are never going to get fair wage. So this will impact on communities or the farmers' economy, as well as it will lower therapeutic values. Naturopathy is turning out to be syntheopathy. So definitely it will not give the same benefit as natural is giving. I imagine if this trend of adulteration remains continued, one day for finding a pure and natural oils, we need to visit to museums or it will be only in the story. There is a lack of government regulation and proper analytical techniques. That's the reason adulteration is getting rampant. What is the health impact of adulteration? Unexpected biological activities are shown by adulterated oils. Oil contains chiral molecules. They exist in two forms, D and L or R and S. As for example, thalidomide medicines for pregnant women, D or R reduces morning sickness, but if L or S is used, it was causing birth defect. That's why this medicine was banned, because its counterpart was not doing the work. Molecule is the same, but their pair can cause severe birth defects on human health. Similar things can happen with essential oil molecule, like for D-limonene can increase systolic blood pressure, whereas L-limonene only affects in alertness. And once they do adulteration, they put both enantiomer, D and L together. And use of wrong enantiomer can cause different biological activity. Essential oil community is always challenged by four different and most common kind of adulteration: synthetic or man-made. They can be either derived from natural precursor or petrochemical based precursor. By using various reagents, naturally isolated compounds is converted into another aroma chemical which is used as fillers in essential oil. This is one of the analytically challenging types of adulteration, and it is considered as one of the sophisticated adulteration technique. Like for example, naturally often limonene from orange oil can get converted to other aroma chemical such as terpene ferrol and other. Carrier oils or cooking oil addition type of adulteration is the dumbest type of adulteration, adding non-volatile impurity which even barely shows up in the GCMS testing. Another one is essential oil component isolated or fractionally isolated component such as eugenol, 1,8-cineol, limonene or other will be added to adulterate essential oil. It is quite most challenging type of adulteration from analytical perspective. Most sophisticated out of all is the addition of similar oil such as lavandin into lavender, cone mint into peppermint, orange into grapefruit, etc. Since they have similar chemical profile, because they are economical, profitable and chemically similar to. Adulteration is getting advanced day by day, and perpetrator finds some new and advanced ways of adulteration. So to overcome all the instrumental limitation, people use natural isolate or naturally derived synthetic molecule, since it can pass all available testing method. I have seen several companies invest more time on their adulterating technique where they can make more money, rather investing farms, farmers and in agriculture. Our technique for adulteration detection is one of the unique technique which is called marker based technique. Adulterated oils all the time fails this type of testing. Not much research work has been done on this area. That's why I decided to get my doctoral research on marker based essential oil adulteration. All of the adulteration detection techniques have several limitations. GCMS is one of the best method of essential oil analysis. If information obtained from GCMS is properly interpreted with well-experienced chemist, adulteration detection could not be a nightmare. Most of the time people ask me, what is the difference between your lab and their lab? They do have the same instrument as you have. We do not only have cutting edge instrument but also have the advanced adulteration detection tools. I have developed during my last 10 years time period. My library of essential oil analysis is the world's probably largest library of essential oil. It contains more than 14,000 essential oil components. We carefully observed synthetic marker and biomarkers during our analysis for each and every batch of doTERRA essential oil. And some people say their oil is ISO standard. Does ISO or any standard matter? ISO standard is all the time encouraging people to adulterate. As you saw the example of bergamot, essential oil from Whole Foods. Probably they were trying to make ISO standard and it was meeting ISO even though it was not pure. I talk a lot about marker on my previous slides. Let me explain what are they. Particularly, I classify marker into two categories, biomarkers and synthetic marker. Biomarkers are unique characteristics molecule of the individual oil which is commercially unavailable to adulterate oils. If some addition is happened, biomarker of unrelated oil appears or biomarkers of the adulterated oil disappears. Like for example, if cornmeal oil is added in peppermint oil, you will see low verdifluorol, low zermacrin D, low menthofuran on peppermint. Cornmeal is a cheaper oil. Oils have similar chemistry to peppermint oil, but cornmeal does not have those molecules. Lowering of those molecules or disappearance of those molecules in any peppermint oil definitely indicates adulteration in peppermint oil. So verdifluorol, zermacrin D, and menthofuran are biomarker of peppermint essential oil. The impurities of synthetic molecules are called synthetic marker. The appearance of synthetic markers in oils indicate adulteration with synthetic chemicals. Like for example, synthetic linalool, if added in any linalool containing oils, you will see dihydrolinalool as a synthetic marker of the linalool addition, which you do not see in any pure essential oil. There are all the time trace quantities. It's all the time tricky to find those markers. We are all the time involved in discovering those proprietary techniques. And thank you.